Your car is lying to you, not about how much gas you have left or when your next oil change is due. It's hiding features so clever that most drivers will own their vehicle for years and never discover them. Functions that could save you from a theft, prevent a $2,000 repair bill, or simply make your life dramatically easier. And here's the kicker. The car manufacturers buried these features so deep that even some mechanics don't know they exist. Today, you're about to discover the secret functions your car has been keeping from you this entire time. Section 1. The key fob secrets. Let's start with something you touch every single day, but probably know almost nothing about. That little plastic rectangle in your pocket, your key fob, is basically a magic wand that does way more than just unlock your doors. Here's a trick that sounds like an urban legend, but actually works on most modern cars. On a scorching summer day, your car's been sitting in the sun for hours and the interior feels like an oven. Before you even walk to your car, you can lower all the windows remotely. Press the unlock button once, then press and hold it a second time. Within seconds, all 4 windows roll down, and that trapped heat escapes before you even open the door. Brands like Volkswagen, BMW, Ford, Toyota, and Honda have this feature built in. Some European models even let you close the windows the same way by holding the lock button. If your car has power folding mirrors, you might be able to fold them in remotely too. This is perfect when you're parking on narrow city streets where side mirrors are basically magnets for passing cars and shopping carts. And here's a trick that sounds absurd but genuinely works. Hold your key fob under your chin, right against your jawbone, and press the button. Your skull actually acts like an antenna, amplifying the signal and sometimes doubling your range. Yes, you'll look slightly ridiculous, but you'll also find your car immediately while everyone else is still wandering around lost. Now, those key fob tricks are impressive, but they're nothing compared to what your car is hiding on the inside, because the next secret could literally get you out of a situation where you're completely stranded. Section 2. Emergency overrides you didn't know existed. Picture this. You pull into a gas station, press the button to open your fuel door, and nothing happens. The electronic release has failed, and you're sitting there with an empty tank and no apparent way to fill it up. Most people would panic, call a tow truck, maybe even curse their car manufacturer. But here's what almost nobody knows. Hidden somewhere in your car, usually in the trunk or behind a side panel near the fuel door, is a manual emergency release. It's a small lever or cable, often marked with a bright red or yellow tab, specifically designed for this exact situation. Toyota, Lexus, Ford, and Subaru commonly include this feature. The emergency release bypasses the electronic lock completely, letting you open the fuel door manually. Car manufacturers are required to include this failsafe, but they hide it so well that owners often don't discover it until they desperately need it. And speaking of emergency features, your car has another hidden rescue system that most drivers think is a malfunction. When you shift into reverse to park, have you ever noticed your side mirrors suddenly tilting downward on their own? That's not broken. That's your car automatically adjusting the mirrors so you can see the curb and parking lines without moving a finger. Those emergency overrides are lifesavers, but they're reactive. The next set of features? They're proactive. They're actively protecting you right now, and you probably don't even realize it. Section 3. Invisible Guardian Systems. Your car is watching you. And before that sounds creepy, understand that it's watching you to keep you alive. Driver fatigue detection systems analyze dozens of micro movements every second. How you're steering, how often you're blinking, how you're pressing the pedals, how long you've been driving without a break. When the system detects erratic patterns like constant steering corrections or slow reaction times, it concludes you're tired and sends an alert. Some cars display a coffee cup icon on the dashboard with a message suggesting you take a break. Studies show these systems can reduce fatigue-related crashes by up to 25%. Volkswagen calls it driver alert. Mercedes calls it attention assist. Volvo and Subaru have their own versions. Some advanced systems use infrared cameras that monitor your eyes. If you yawn too many times or look down more than normal, the car emits a warning. In sophisticated models, the system will even tighten the seatbelts and turn on hazard lights if it thinks you're dangerously drowsy. But your car isn't just watching you. it's also monitoring the air you're breathing. Modern vehicles have automatic air recirculation modes that use air quality sensors to detect pollution, exhaust fumes, or bad odors outside. When the system identifies high contamination levels, it automatically closes the external air intakes and switches to recirculating cabin air. You drive past a smoking truck or through an industrial area, and your car protects you from inhaling all that nastiness without you lifting a finger. Your car is protecting you from fatigue and bad air. But what about those moments when you're stuck on a steep hill in traffic, sweating bullets that you're going to roll backward? Section 4. The Hill Hold Secret. If you've ever stopped on a steep incline and felt that mini heart attack when releasing the brake, this feature will change your driving life. Hill Hold Control, also called Hill Start Assist, automatically maintains brake pressure for a few seconds after you release the pedal. This gives you time to move your foot to the accelerator without the car sliding backward. The system uses your ABS and stability control sensors to detect the incline, then holds the hydraulic brake pressure until it senses you've started accelerating. This isn't just about convenience. It prevents scares, reduces wear on your clutch and brake system, especially in manual vehicles, and stops you from rolling into the car behind you in stop-and-go traffic on hills. Some newer cars combine this with auto hold, a more advanced version that keeps the car stopped indefinitely without you keeping your foot on the brake. Mechanics joke that hill hold is like that friend who grabs your arm right before you're about to do something embarrassing. And honestly, they're absolutely right. So your car holds you on hills and protects your breathing. But what about those moments when you're blinding other drivers without even realizing it? Section 5. The Automatic High Beam Intelligence. This feature separates civilized cars from the ones that make every other driver curse your existence. Automatic high beam systems use a camera mounted on your windshield to detect the headlights of approaching vehicles or the tail lights of cars ahead. The moment it identifies another car on the road, it automatically switches from high beams to low beams so you don't blind anyone. When the road clears again, high beams reactivate on their own. All of this happens in fractions of a second without you touching anything. Beyond the courtesy factor, this system genuinely improves road safety. It lets you maintain maximum illumination without bothering other drivers. The sensors even adapt to your surroundings. Well-lit urban areas keep the lights low. Dark country roads bring them back up. And here's the funny part. Many drivers think their car's lights are malfunctioning because they turn off and on by themselves. But no, your car isn't playing games with you. It's just being more polite than most human drivers manage to be. All right, we've covered safety and convenience, but now we're getting into the really sneaky stuff. Features your car manufacturer built in but never bothered to tell you about. Section 6. Hidden economy modes. Most cars manufactured in the last decade include an economy mode that automatically adjusts your engine, transmission, and even air conditioning. When you activate Eco mode, the system reduces accelerator sensitivity, optimizes gear changes, and limits AC compressor consumption. The result? Up to 10 or 15% reduction in fuel consumption, especially in city driving. The engine seems less aggressive, but it's actually just being smarter, using only the power necessary to move efficiently. Many cars also adjust air conditioning flow to cool only occupied zones, saving energy without you noticing any difference in comfort. Your car is essentially making financial decisions on your behalf, protecting your wallet even when you're not thinking about it. The trick is knowing when to use it. Eco mode is perfect for urban trips and heavy traffic, but not ideal for hills or highway overtaking. Some drivers deactivate it because the car feels slower, but your bank account will thank you for every kilometer driven in economy mode. Now here's where things get really interesting, because the next feature is basically a magic reset button that can save you hundreds of dollars at the mechanic. Section 7. The Electronic Reset Secret. This is the crown jewel of hidden car features. Most modern vehicles let you perform a complete electronic system reset without needing a diagnostic scanner or a mechanic. This resets everything from tire pressure sensors to dashboard warning lights to climate control glitches, and it's shockingly simple. Here's the general process, though it varies slightly by model. Place your key in the on position without starting the engine. Press and hold the brake pedal. Hold down the Start button or Dashboard Reset button for about 10 seconds. Release everything, turn off the ignition, wait a few seconds, then start normally. This resets the secondary ECU or comfort modules, eliminating minor faults like false error lights, incorrect sensor readings, or climate control failures. Now, this doesn't fix real mechanical breakdowns, but it does clear small software errors that pop up constantly, especially after battery disconnections or routine maintenance. The impressive thing is how few people know about this. Countless drivers take their cars to the shop just because a dashboard light came on, then pay for a full inspection for something they could have fixed themselves in 30 seconds. Some mechanics secretly call this the forget button because it literally erases your car's electronic mood swings. Alright, we've talked about resets and eco modes, but what about those mornings when your windshield looks like a frosted window and you can't see anything? Section 8. The Rapid Defog Mode. This is one of those secrets that seems minor until you discover it. Then it changes your entire winter driving experience. Most modern cars have a quick windshield defog mode that doesn't require manually adjusting every single climate control setting. Look for the button with an icon showing a windshield with 3 upward arrows. Press it, and the system automatically activates the ideal air direction, temperature, and flow to eliminate internal condensation in seconds. This is especially useful on cold or humid mornings when your windshield fogs up and visibility drops to almost zero. Instead of opening windows and freezing while you wait, this mode uses your climate system strategically to dry the glass fast. Many drivers think this button just turns on the air conditioning. In reality, it activates an automatic sequence that balances temperature and humidity specifically for visibility. So your car can defog itself, protect you from pollution, and reset its own computer. But what about those situations where you think someone's trying to steal your car? Section 9. The Anti-Theft Pedal Lock. This feature sounds like it belongs in an action movie, but it's present in thousands of modern cars. Some models hide an anti-theft lockout mode activated by the brake and accelerator pedals. If the car detects that both pedals are pressed simultaneously during startup, it enters protection mode and blocks the ignition completely. The engine won't start, even if the thief has the key or manages to manipulate the ignition system. This feature serves a dual purpose. It prevents theft, obviously, but it also prevents accidental starts, especially in automatic vehicles where an unintentional touch of the accelerator while starting can make the car lurch forward dangerously. Hyundai, Nissan, Ford, and Chevrolet include this as a passive safety system in many models. There are countless stories of people who discover this feature by accident and genuinely believe their car has died. They're pressing both pedals, panicking, calling for help, when in reality, the car is just protecting itself. To exit lock mode, simply release both pedals and restart the ignition. Section 10. Automatic Rain Response. Have you ever left your windows slightly open, a storm rolls in, and your car turns into an indoor swimming pool? Many modern vehicles already have a defense against this. Rain detection systems with automatic closing use the same windshield sensors that activate automatic wipers. When the system detects enough moisture or accumulated raindrops, the car automatically closes the windows and sunroof to prevent water damage. This feature protects your upholstery and electrical components, prevents bad odors and mold, and stops premature corrosion in door controls. If your car is connected to a mobile app, some systems even send you a notification warning that rain was detected and the car secured itself. Many drivers don't even realize their car does this. They'll run back to the parking lot completely soaked, expecting the worst, only to find their car closed and dry as if nothing happened. Section 11. Remote Engine Start. This trick genuinely feels futuristic, but it's common reality in modern vehicles. By pressing a button on your remote or using an app on your phone, you can start the engine and climate control system before you even get in. Winter mornings, you warm up the car without freezing. Summer afternoons, you cool the interior before opening the doors, all without inserting the key and with zero risk of theft because the transmission and steering remain locked until the key is physically inside the vehicle. Beyond the comfort factor, this function actually takes care of your engine. Starting the car a few minutes early helps stabilize oil and coolant temperature, reducing wear from cold starts. It's a perfect combination of luxury and mechanical longevity. And let's be honest, there's something undeniably satisfying about pressing a button from across a parking lot, watching your car start up, and having everyone nearby turn their heads like they just witnessed magic. From key fobs that control windows and mirrors remotely, to emergency fuel cap releases buried in your trunk, to automatic systems that watch your fatigue levels and protect your breathing, from hill-hold features that stop you from rolling backward, to intelligent high beams that refuse to blind other drivers, to economy modes that save your fuel without you noticing. Your car knows more about you than you know about it. And now, finally, you know what it's been keeping from you. These aren't just party tricks or fun facts. These are features that can save you money, time, and potentially even your life. Functions that mechanics don't always share, and that manufacturers bury in owners' manuals nobody reads. So here's your challenge. Go to your car right now. Test the key fob window trick. Find your emergency fuel release. Discover if your mirrors tilt in reverse. Because I guarantee you'll find at least 3 features you never knew existed, and when you do, you'll never look at your car the same way again.